Hello everyone, hi, how are you today? I hope everyone's well. Oh, my face. I promise, I want to be here, but today was a long day. So my normal day job's going to be furloughed. Well, not furloughed. Yeah. Hello, Tess. Hello, Huber. What's the next move towards me? That was a lot of cards. Hello, Mom. How are you? Empress. Hey. Amnesia. Hi. What's the next move towards you? Well, it's kind of weird. You have Chariot in reverse, so I would say that you have kind of a point of time that you're going to be staying in the same place. So no physical move. Which means that you can work on other things because you know that you're not physically moving anywhere. Which is great. So most of the time, this is just to sort our stuff out. So most of the time, don't worry about where you're going to live or like where you're going to travel to. Just work in your own space, yeah? So then it is LT. What is coming towards me in love? Who's coming towards you in love? I think you'd be overworking yourself with this love question about how you get to you might be kind of slightly in a space of being desperate. Not like the worst thing is when I say desperate, you're probably like you're thinking too much on this. Take a break. Eat a cat. It's something, just take a break. And most of the time, when we're not thinking about something, is when we manifested it. So then it's humor, October reading, please. Okay. Okay. So, firstly, we have these two. Is this too loud? I think the music's a little bit too loud. So the whole idea, humor, is that Nine of Swords in reverse is actually chaotic energy. Most of the time, Knights of Swords have quite a lot of energy. But with the High Priestess in reverse, it means that there's tangible blockages with you getting what you want. And I would say this is on a kind of a argumentative level. You want to do something, you took yourself out of it. Humor. And so therefore you need to kind of think, instead of like you being so chaotic, you need to sit there and go, okay, great idea. Just go with it. Make something about it. And then sit there and go, does this work for me? Because most of the time, you're actually shutting yourself down to manifestation. So, Mom says, will Leo contact me this month? It's interesting. You have two sweet cards here. So can I be honest with that? So it seems like there is two guys in here. So Page of Cups and King of Wands, actually. So this is kind of interesting, Mom. It means that there might be another person that's kind of giving, like, taking up all their time. And this might be their boss, actually, I feel. Mom, the King of Wands. Someone that relies on the Page of Cups, which I feel is your Leo. And your Leo is kind of a workaholic. So unless you could be more entertaining and definitely take them away from their workaholicness, they're not going to be contacting you this month, Mom. You probably have to be a little bit more distracting. So Big Mama says, hello, you check love for me in the next 48. Okay. Some days the cats are just completely jumping out. That wanted to come out. So it seems like you've been struggling for a long time, and you're like losing some of your battles or some of your fights. They're saying that you have the Lovers in reverse, so it might be time to let go of whatever you're battling, because you might be struggling with the wrong thing in the wrong time. So sometimes we've got to let something go to get what we want. And I would say you let this struggle go, you get this. Which means that you actually get a soulmate connection. If you're in one already, then it'll deepen. Yeah? Sasha says, what are ours current feelings and thoughts towards me? They're feeling kind of bored, Sasha. So this one is kind of a bit that they haven't really dealt with a lot of their own shit, for the lack of a better word. And they need to deal and address the things that they have to deal with. But they're also, not getting enough stimulation or enough distractions in their lives. So I feel like in some ways it is boredom. How can you alleviate this? I don't think that you can. Just kind of be less contactable. And then when they contact you, you're like, oh yeah, like I had a busy time. Would you like to come to a pottery class with me? Something like that, where they're not got you down pegged as one person, Sasha. Because at the moment, they're feeling bored. They're not going to address their issues. So you need to kind of either figure out whether they're worthy of your time and attention, or put your time and attention somewhere else. Sparkle says, how does MSAG feel about me? Oh, this is cute. I think this is really cool. Sparkle, they are the King of Swords, which is actually very cute. So King of Swords is a very intelligent creature. Very much like leadership qualities. He's very assertive most of the time. And then you have the Lovers in reverse. So yes, that means that this person feels like they've known you quite a long time. And this is like a soulmate connection that's a little bit deeper, on a deeper level. So Alicia says, what does Sad want to say to me? Any channeled messages from him? Okay, so Sad is, he's kind of going through an issue right now that he's kind of going to an end of the cycle. So he's possibly dealing with some things that are kind of hard for him to say. How you can help him is to be a little bit nicer, a little bit kinder with your words. Try to think about what you want to say before you say it. That's it. You don't have to like sit there and go, oh, what's wrong, honey? Don't. Just be there. Be nice with your words. Also, he used to have some money coming in, little bits of money that are now gone. And if you're like anyone that's kind of knows like guys, they're not very good with loss of anything. So just let him kind of work his angle out. Just be kind with him, and he'll bounce back. VC says, is he going to contact me soon, or is he angry? No, so he's let go of control of this. So you either take control, or he's not bothered. Does that make sense? He's kind of let go of that control. Now, this could be apathy, or it could just be that he's kind of gone, you deal with it. So yeah. And Knight of Swords. So he's kind of a very energetic, playful, fun-loving person that's usually with Knight of Swords, because of obviously the green nature behind him. I feel like more of an outdoorsy person, but he tends to be very much like lots and lots and lots of energy. Like sometimes you can't keep up with that person. Yeah. So at the moment, he's kind of sitting there going, the ball is in your court. I don't think he's angry. He's just like, hello, Amnesia. Sees current feelings for me. Okay, so actually it's kind of weird. So you might be in a panic mode about this relationship, because this one is signaling that you feel like this guy is falling down on you. Possibly in this relationship, or you just have like lost the sense of reality or judgment with this relationship, and you're kind of panicking about that. This means that you're kind of over flirtation in this relationship, which means that you could possibly be seeking, you could be accidentally sending signals of desperation, especially when you're feeling like the world is falling down about this relationship. And this is just like this guy's falling down on you and you don't know what to do. But I think in general, don't worry about it. Just take your foot off the accelerator and come back to reality and go, okay, if I'm over flirting, just dial it back a notch. Dial it back from 90 to 10. And also this one was coming up, so it might be that this bit, so with C, weirdly enough, you're going to get little bits of money soon. And I don't know whether this is through C, or it's just like something else in your life is just coming, like little bits of money are trickling in. So it might be that this question had like a different response as well, was that you needed to think about money as well. So the universe is saying, I have your back in that regard as well. So don't worry. October love reading, says Humor. After this, Humor, because you've asked so many, my love, can you take at least a 30-minute to an hour break? Just stay in chat. Have a great time. But then we'll just move on to the next person. So this is a Chariot. So that means that there is kind of travel involved. Also, there kind of has this kind of energy. So this is... Let me double check, because I have to squint at cards sometimes. 6 of Cups. So this one is this little tiny kitty cat being looked after by the older kitty cat, which means that you might have an age difference between you and your possible partner. This could also mean that you might not have as much experience compared to them, which usually seems to be the way of the world. This might not be an older person, it might be just a wiser person. So, but they're going to treat you kindly, because they're not going to take that as advantage. They're going to be sitting there trying to teach you things, and you're going to look cute and adorable humor. So don't worry, they really care about you and find you very cute. But this is also coming up, which is your Seven of Swords in reverse, which means that you have to take control. If you want this to happen in your life, you really need to take control of your life and choose the direction, which is why I feel like Chariot, which is a physical move, or like travel, it's about physically moving your body somewhere else. That's going to be where that's going to come in. There you go, humor. Can you check the weekend for me? Sorry guys, I'll get to everybody. Sorry, thick chick. Sometimes when I'm doing YouTube, it just completely goes down the list. I'm like, no, I just want the next person. Thank you very much. And it doesn't care. Okay, so interesting. Firstly, we have this one, thick chick. So it's telling you to not see a bigger picture, but to kind of see the very, very small detail. So most of the time you're very, very good at seeing a bigger picture, which most of the time when we're talking about women, they see opposites. So it's really interesting that you need to kind of be more detail orientated. King of Cups is coming into your life if you don't have him already. He's usually emotionally very stable, but he's very emotionally connected. He tends to be more introverted, tends to be quieter, and tends to like staying at home more than the rest of the suite. This is your Six of Swords reverse. That means that you've had either argument with this person, or you have had past issues that you need to address about your attachment styles. So most of the time when I bring this up in the past, I sit there and go, these are past issues that you needed to work on with last relationships. So this could be jealousy, it could be insecurities that come up when you get into a relationship that you need to fix, which makes sense with this card as well, which is your Cups. This is Eight of Cups. I have to see it upside down and sometimes I don't. So the Eight of Cups in reverse, especially on this deck, means that you have to address issues that you're not happy with. It's not anybody else's issues to deal with but your own. So it is, when you're actually in a relationship, you might sit there and go, okay, they're selfish or this, but most of the time what's happening is they're reflecting what's coming to them through you. So sometimes this is where we forget that most of the time our actions are mirrored. It doesn't matter whether it's a love relationship or just in general, but yeah. There you go, thick chick. Empress of Love, what's coming towards me in long-term love? You are healing your heart. Three of Swords in reverse for you today, which means that is the case. But honey, you also have kind of retreated from the world. So this might be that you're just dealing with a lot right now. You're a little bit stressed. So don't worry, have that retreat, heal your heart, but there is a king on the horizon. King of Swords, the intellectual of many. So he is the intellectual authoritarian leader, very wise, very assured usually, and tends to be more a speaker. So they tend to use their words a lot more. Their whole idea is their power is through their thoughts and their words. which makes sense with the Hierophant. So this is your teacher, so your wise teacher, which could be the case that you'll meet this person while studying or education or anything that kind of has more of an educational side to it that you were kind of studying right now, Empress. Should I study on my... Oh, see. I see what you're doing. Okay, right. Lice, should I focus on my studies, or is it okay to let go? Okay, now this makes perfect sense. You're Knight of Swords. So Knights of Swords have extreme amounts of energy. They always got extreme amounts of energy. Now, most of the time, why this is bad when you're actually studying is because you need to burn this off. And while you're sitting in a chair, while you're like looking at something and your attention's wandering, it's because you're not tired enough. You can't concentrate unless you kind of burn that off. So I would suggest kind of getting up in the morning or before you go to sleep, actually really exercise, because what's happening is, or that your study is not actually interesting enough to keep you engaged, which makes sense with this one, which is your Two of Pentacles, which means a choice between money and love, and at the moment you're choosing money over love. And so, Lice, you need to figure out which one you want. And possibly the study is the one that you think will make you the more money. You don't love this at all. So, Lice, this is a question for you. You need to really figure that out, because at the end of the day, quotes coming into my head, we don't... We're not upset about the things that we do, but we're upset about the things that we don't. So if this is going to keep you a long-term regret, then you should keep on going. Christine says, will H contact me this week? This is kind of interesting because this person has a life choice to do something. Now, usually when we are kind of talking about relationships, and don't kind of go with pitchforks with me, guys, but most of the time, this life choice is whether they want to be single or not. If they're in a relationship, it's deciding to continue or get out, or it's continuing to commit. These are kind of always choices, life choices. But this guy has to rethink how he contacts you. So it might be that he's kind of nervous or a little bit unsure about how to talk to you. So this might happen more. So this could be even a job. If this person was offering you a job, this would also apply. But yeah, they're kind of trying to rethink what they're going to say to you. I would say it's going to be good. I don't think that if they're really thinking that hard on it, they've thought really much about being in a relationship with you. So most of the time the relationship wins. Should I make the first move or on my crush, or let him come to me? Interesting. I would say be playful. Be like, what would I say? Make a move with your eyes. Walk in, have a look. But High Priestess in reverse. This is an interesting thing. Should you make the first move? I wouldn't say so. The High Priestess in reverse means that this might not be a tangible time to bring in this relationship. There's something holding that back. So I would say just be smiley, be positive when you see him, but realize that there might be just a timing on this, Jolie. And yeah, I think in general, this block probably will clear soon, but it might be that they've got their eyes or they're thinking about someone else at the moment and they just need time. But I feel like it is something like you could say, hi there, like be like joy, be radiating energy, and see if they want to come to you. Because yeah, Leo says, will me and Sagittarius have a good future together? Well, this is saying that you need to get up and go and get what you want. That's the first one I would say to you, is get up and go, which is your Four of Swords. These ones don't want to come back. Yeah, so it is get up and go and kind of slowly grow that relationship. So that's the two cards, is go and get what you want and slowly grow it. But yeah, it seems an interesting thing because there's joy and celebration in this. But then you also need to work on the distractions outside. So it could be that you're really, really wanting this relationship, wanting this connection. If you have this, or you're in this, Leo, you're thinking that this is going to sustain you for a long time, forever. And technically it will if you kept on going. I'm very sure you both would have some really beautiful moments together. But also you need to work on like hobbies and other interests, because it's not going to sustain you just being with this person, Leo. No worries, LT. Pilo says, will D reach back to me this week? No bueno. They've overspent their time, their energy, and possibly money. So they're pretty much no... I feel like they've got to a reach of their emotional spending. They don't have enough in their bank account to kind of do another connection this week. So Tess says that I have answered that one wrong, and I asked what D's next move is towards me, not if I was moving. It'd be weird if I get the Chariot card again. Okay, so firstly, Tez, you have the Queen of Wands in reverse. So Queen of Wands in reverse means that a person that usually has quite a lot of external friends has shut down their connections. And this usually means that they're hyper-focused on one person. So this can't be sustainable because this person needs quite a lot of attention. Like, not emotional attention, just like high and like they need that connection between people, because they just can't survive without that kind of connection. They're very extroverted. Hierophant. So therefore this is a wise teacher or something. So it could be that this is why this is the case. So this one and this one, I would say with the Queen of Wands in reverse, and the struggling. So this means that you're battling something and you're losing it. So it could be possibly that you need to kind of take a break from this connection, because there is kind of this bit where if this is you that's Queen of Wands, you need to take a break. You need to kind of go and see your friends, because it's taking a toll on this relationship. And the Hierophant card means that you need to kind of seek someone to talk about this relationship, because I think at the moment it's not particularly healthy for both of you right now. So whatever move you want them to make, it's going to be very hard for these guys to make it, because if they're Queen of Wands and they come to you and you're not Queen of Wands, so one of you is definitely draining the other battery dry. That's all I'm going to say. Fine Wine says, how does the Libra feel about me currently? Very good. They're really thinking about coming towards you. If they're not already thinking about like asking you out on a date, they're thinking about it. So Little Sag says, what big change will come from the full moon for me? I don't know. Are you going to bathe in it? That's the question. Are you going to actually soak in the full moon and go, that's so nice. Okay. Right. So there's a lot here to unpack. Okay. Interesting. Right. So the first things I would tell you that's going to be very interesting is you're currently in this cycle. So there is this kind of pessimism when it comes to your life choices. And also a lot of times with your relationships or your romantic relationship, there's a lot of ego there. So the thing is that you might not be listening to your partner enough to actually hear what they've got to say, which kind of makes sense when you go Page of Swords in reverse, which means jumpy, nervous energy. Now, this person doesn't seem to be lying to you. A lot of times, I feel like this person's just accidentally decided to eat too many cookies. And they've got their hand in the cookie jar, and you walk in after they said, no, I'm not going to have any more cookies, and you found them out. So sometimes this can be my liar or deceiver card, but usually I feel like the Page of Swords is just trying to make you happy. So if this is your current partner at the moment, they feel very much like nothing they can do is ever good enough, which makes sense. Like cooperation, communication, and to be able to open up and play with someone else. So this could be this bit where you kind of work on how you deal with your relationship or relationships. It could be more than one, and it might not be your romantic relationship. So these things are good. So you actually have a lot of good things coming to you, whether they're toys or treats. They're going to manifest naturally within this kind of full moon cycle. And you might not have seen them for what they truly are, but they're just time for you to sit there and go, yay, I got something. And just be in the moment, okay? When that happens, just be in the moment and go, yes, finally, something came to me and it was good. So, Nymph Kai says, what would the spirits like to tell me currently? Okay, so weirdly enough, you have had a bit where you used to have money coming in and now it's stopped. So it could be little tiny bits of money, it could be a little bit more bits of money, but yeah, in general it's telling you that there is little bits of money that you had that have gone. So there is the Judgment card, so whatever happened within this kind of space will be properly judged to be fair or not to be fair. And so therefore, if this was unfair, then the universe will have your back on this. In general, they're going to pass judgment on that. Also, your Hangman, so this could be that you were kind of struggling and you're just going to naturally fall into a good situation. With the Judgment card, it will then kind of rule what's fair for you, and you'll just naturally fall into the thing that you need to be right now. So, good luck, Niv. So, Silver says, will I achieve my health goal this year? Please and thank you. No worries, Silver. Health goal. Okay, so firstly you got Queen of Pentacles, got Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so maybe if you're too kind of hard on yourself, there will be heartbreak along the way. So this is possibly why you have Wheel of Fortune as well in reverse. So it's telling you don't be hard on yourself and just trust that the universe has your back on this. Just trust the universe. So don't control this, just keep on going with what you're doing. There is Queen of Pentacles here, so this could be you if that's kind of, if you're feminine in energy, this is you. This could be someone else. Queen of Pentacles tends to be very action orientated. She tends to be the business person of all cards. So she tends to be the person that makes her own business, or she is successful in business. She's just very analytical and she just goes for whatever she wants in manifestation of money. So that looks really good. I feel like in general, it's going to be hard. You might not get all your weight loss goals that you wanted this year. But that's fine. You've put yourself under a lot of pressure. Silver, you will get there. Just believe. Have faith. That the universe is telling you that, don't worry, I've got your back. So, can I have a love for in the next 48 hours? Yes. After this, Pillar, can you wait at least another 30 minutes or an hour to ask another question so I can get through everyone, please? Okay, so this is interesting as well, PLO. So it's telling you downtime or rest. So you might be running around quite a lot trying to manifest like someone. The cards are telling you to take time. Take time. Just completely take time, sit on the couch, watch TV, or something like that. Just take time off. And this is kind of why the Chariot in reverse is also to take that kind of break as well. It's telling you that you're not going anywhere. You're not kind of moving any kind of time physically. You might not be traveling, so it's kind of telling you take time off. And then when you take time off, come back to it, which is kind of a good thing It's like when we kind of always have this, like, we kind of drives this away because the universe is like, nope, we thought that this person was for you. So they kind of leave. Most of the time, weirdly enough, the universe likes giving us things that we want, but if we're like wanting it too much, it just like goes, no, now you're crazy, bye. Okay, so Momo says, hello, can I get a general reading for this week, please? Of course, Momo. Okay, so High Priestess in reverse, but then you got your 8 of, I think this is 8 of Pentacles. I would say 8 of Pentacles. So you've got the High Priestess in reverse. So this means that there is a kind of blockage between you and manifesting in a tangible manner. So this is the ability to create something that you want it to exist. So it's not like the Magician, which is the generation of ideas to create the things that you want. High Priestess is the bit that you kind of manifest this into reality. So it's kind of an interesting thing. It's a blockage of some kind between you and what you want. This could be just that your thinking does not match what you want. Because most of the time when we're thinking and we're saying we want money, and then next thing we're like, oh yeah, but what would the neighbors say if we got lots of money? And so therefore you kind of drive out that idea of the money because you become scared of the idea. And the universe is like, no, we're not giving you money. You're too scared of this. And then you have 8 of Pentacles. So it's kind of weird because it seems like you're manifesting things that you want and you're going to have a full plate, but you might need to work on that kind of blockage. So it could be a blockage in a certain area because you actually are manifesting a really good full plate for yourself. So have a think about what you're blocking out and then figure it out from there, Momo. So Prisha says, does S miss me? That's a good question. Question. Okay. They have ideas of you every now and again. They possibly think of you, like, memory-wise. I think of Prisha every day when I do this. But the whole idea is that it possibly was that connection where they kind of blamed you for a lot of their failures, or they blamed a lot of things external without realizing that they could do something about changing. So most of the time when we're thinking about everything in our lives, we also flavor the past relationships with it. Like, oh yeah, but like, they didn't do anything to help me. And it's like, well, it's not your job, Prisha. It's not their job, your job. So keep on going. What's Libra's current thoughts about me? Didn't I do that for you, Big Mama? I don't know. I'll do this again. Libra's thoughts about you. Well, they are wondering why you cannot see a bigger picture, that you tend to see very small, and they would like you to kind of not feel like you're going to take on. Yeah. I'm wearing jeans today, and I need to slim down because, yeah, bending over in that kind of space was just like a thing. That was an experience. Half of my stomach decided to go Yeah, no, that was definitely experience. They're feeling unhappy, but that doesn't, like, there's a lot of things in our lives that are not going to plan. And you could say, why does that have to matter with me? Most of the time with everything in our lives, if we're feeling happy, we kind of assign someone happiness, but they still really care about you. So 2 of Cups, right way up. I actually picked it up and it was reversed, but I was like, don't give me that cards. Where I saw them on the floor, they were the right way up. So 2 of Cups, they actually really care about you, and this could be a possible soulmate for you. So there you go, Big Mama. So Alicia says, any messages regarding love? Okay, so any messages regarding love? Well, it seems like you had an offer and you did not take it. So you might have to rethink about why you didn't take that love connection. Also, the weirdest thing is that, Alicia, you got the Fool as well. So it's possibly a period of time to kind of have a bit that you take off reality. So you kind of are asked by the universe to enjoy this moment with not any thought about the future. The Fool is just living the moment, being present in their state of being just part of everything around them. They don't really care about the future, and they're not really stuck in the past. They're just living for the moment. And the universe is like, hey, we actually want you to just relax and kind of check out for the reality for a little bit. And so therefore, then it kind of will manifest more better things for you, because you have a mind open to receive them as well, Alicia. So it might be time to rethink that kind of love connection. How will my school year be? Says Marua. Okay, so it's saying to me that you will get stuck on some things. And kind of focus on what's going to be, so it might be that bit where you're stuck in the present with your schoolwork, and you should be thinking about the future. Because I think what usually happens is you get very kind of stuck in one single assignment or one single task, and you're like, oh yeah, like, this is all shit, flip tables, run away, kind of feeling. And you need to kind of work on that. So in general, your school year has to be more about you kind of focusing. Actually, it's not in, yeah. So you're focusing on your future and not worrying about when you get stuck, because you're panicking when you get stuck, and you're not thinking, okay, like, just go through this like school year and we'll be fine. And then you're like, but there's more, and I'll be like, yeah, just go through the next school year, I'll be fine. DK got the last message. The whole idea is there is a saga here. 5 wide. There is chaos. There is a fear. Like, you still have an attachment to this person. Yeah? So there is a fear attachment to this person that you need to let go of. Because I feel like they were chaos. Also, they were really like acting out, being dramatic, and they never had any money. And I think this is why, like, in general, you need to let this guy go. I don't think that he's blocked you, but in general, like, yeah. You have this one in reverse, so I would say that this person has before thought you were someone that they really wanted, and now they don't want you. Also, they're going their own way, but in general, I think that's a good thing. So yeah, I think that they got your message. With this one, they definitely did, but I don't think that they really have placed an attachment or importance that you wanted to them. But this guy is a mess. Fine wine. Or they are a mess. So Tess says, how does Cubby feel about my message, and will they respond? After this, Tess, take a 30-minute break and then come back to chat, because then I can answer everybody else's message. So Cubby felt like you weren't taking their kind of thoughts or like their words in. Like, it seemed very much like about you. And also they're taking a rest to respond, so they're possibly not going to respond anytime soon. They're feeling like you didn't offer them enough in general, and also they're feeling like you really are kind of arguing with them right now, which makes sense. They just feel like you don't care about them, and you're just angry with them, and they just feel kind of alone. Does this person want to be with you or wants to communicate with you? Like, not in a romantic way. I don't think it's a romantic thing, but they do want to kind of go back to what happened before Tess, where they were communicating with you and actually collaborating with you. They really want that back, but I don't know what you texted them, but they're taking their time responding. Nancy says, when will Karen confess his feelings to move our love? Thank you, Ashley. That's beautiful. His feelings to move the love relationship. I would say very soon, Nancy, because you have this one and you have this one, and you definitely have this one. So what, four of wands, celebration, joy. This one is my definitely getting it card, and the moon in reverse. So this person has overridden their kind of fear state to possibly confess their feelings, and they don't care what other people think about you with them or them with you. So I feel like this is very, very close to completion, where this person will come and confess. Hey! So ZK says, any important messages for the rest of the year? Firstly, the cards are telling you that you don't have enough distractions in life, and to kind of work on those. They're also telling me that you're in a possible romantic relationship, or this could possibly be your mother. So Queen of Cups in reverse. If you're in a romantic relationship, this would be either you or your partner. King of Pentacles in reverse. Actually, this is kind of a really like, this would normally be a good connection, but both of you at the moment are in kind of a state where King of Pentacles is not got any money, or is losing quite a lot of, like, maybe lost their job. Queen of Cups in reverse means that this person is emotionally unstable. So what's going to happen is Queen of Cups is going to be very much wanting to look towards the King of Pentacles to soothe their emotional needs. King of Pentacles, on the other hand, will not take that on because they're worried about what their job or their loss of financial agency there. So this could be a little bit of a problem, a hiccup for you. So this means that I think the distractions come in, that possibly you both need to get distracted from your states. So it might be time to think about some cool things that you can do together that kind of get you out of that state. If you don't have the money, you can always do something fun that's not going to cost you any money. The Hangman in reverse, and something naturally is going to come to you that you've been fighting off for a while, but you're just going to naturally fall into it. And I think that means that if you don't have agency, or you don't have a job at the moment, or they don't have a job, they'll get a job. This situation will clear up quite good, but you need to not struggle, and you're just going to naturally fall into that. Okay, so Quera says, Aries current feelings for me while I'm not talking to him. Hello, Mona. How are you? I'll take that because that was in it. Well, naturally, okay, so they're very hyper-focused, too hyper-focused on what they're doing, but they do feel kind of free at the moment, which makes perfect sense. I think most guys feel very trapped in a relationship overall, so don't worry, don't sit there and go, or this person just feels a little bit more less pressure, which... Sometimes relationships are all great and glorious, but sometimes we need our own space to do stupid things like walking around the house naked. I don't do that, but anyway. They are looking forward to the future, so they might be actually thinking about COVID at the moment because they're hiding away as well. So they might have spent a lot of time thinking about the world as it is, and I just want this COVID period to be over, or just in general they just want to hide away from the world or hide away from people until the future. They're also pursuing money other than love, so they might have just been missing you quite a lot because they've thrown themselves into money instead of love. So Adrita says, Leo, no worries. No worries, give me a second. Sorry guys. I'm just scrolling down, and so it's going to take me a little bit of a while because it kind of pushes me all the way down to the bottom, and I'm like, will Leo contact me on September? I think so. It seems very positive. Like, this person really cares about you enough to contact you. So, Adwita, I feel like you are very much an interesting thing that they want to play with. They're very interested in you. I feel like you're the cute little lizard at the top there for this person. I'm not saying that you should sit there and go, I will listen, but I think they really enjoy being with you. Okay, so how does Akil feel about me? Yeah, so this person cares about you, Corey. Or they see you as this. So the male part of this relationship, the masculine of this, is King of Swords. So this person, if you are the male, you are considered very much a person of strong will, very much intelligent, and very authoritarian, leadership driven. So this person, if you're the male, sees you that way, or if you're the female, this is what is the person that cares about you, their archetype. Knight of Pentacles, they're feeling like they haven't done enough work, or they haven't done enough things to get your attention, or they don't feel like they've been able to show you as much love as they want. So they really care about you because they're thinking about ways to show that they care. So that's a good thing. Hey, son. Niha says, hello, may I know what Deepak wants to know from me? Hello, Elaine. Okay, so they're in a temptation thing. So they're probably tempted by you, Niha. This means that they might be trying to avoid that. Also, there's judgment in reverse. So this might be that they're feeling that it's slightly unfair. So if you broke up with this person, they're feeling like it's unfair. It wasn't fair. Or something to the lines. It's not like they want come on you. They just want to be seen by you. So Ashley says, does my Sagittarius crush MB have love feelings for me? Will he be taking... Oh my god, the cats have just jumped out everywhere. You know what, cats? I'm not going to take that many cards. Thank you. That one did a flip, so... That was the Judgment card again. Ooh. They're just going crazy tonight, guys. They're going crazy. They are proper cats. I don't think that any of my other ones jump out so quickly. So, does this love feelings for you? They find you very direct, or they find you very blunt, which they don't particularly like. This usually I feel comes up for more women than men. And it possibly is because most of us tend to be more masculine in our approaches nowadays, and you might need to like kind of deal with a softer feminine side of you, Ashley. Judgment in reverse again. This might be an unfair relationship because you might be thinking more about them than they are of you. And this possibly makes sense than the Page of Cups in reverse. This person is hyper focused and they're probably not focused on you. So it might be like, even though they might not like your subtlety, you might have to bash them over the head and go, I like you! Stop by! Pay attention to me! Because that possibly be the only way that they might kind of give you that. I'm glad, Empress. Mahini says, hi dear, sunny current feelings towards me. Thanks. Okay, so weirdly enough, you have like the Chariot, which is a physical move or travel on the horizon for you, which is good. We all need a kind of change of pace, a change of environment every now and again. This could be traveling for business, who knows? Also, the thing is that at the moment, Mohini, you are focused on money more than love. So you might need to focus on less on the money and the love of things or love of people. It might be that you're not putting enough time into your relationships versus the time that you spend at work. Yep. No worries. Abimla. Hello, ma'am, and Punyaka. Next, 5 days for me. Okay, so firstly, you got the moon card in reverse, which is great. You should take a lot of power in knowing that you shouldn't care about what other people think of you, which makes perfect sense why you have this as well. So Queen of Cups, brilliant, Bimla. This means that you are emotionally now stable, that you have warmth and radiance that shines light on everybody else. If you are male, this or masculine in nature, this is a feminine card. So if this is a feminine card in your masculine, then it means that you're either attracting this person or you already have this person. So you now have this moon in reverse, and yes, you have people that you feel like are mad or angry with you. Now, this is in the past. You can't do much about the past, so I'm glad that the moon in the reverse is showing you the light of you really don't need these people. You don't really need your ego to scare you about should you please these people? No. They're not important. Let them go. Wash your hands of this and never speak about it anymore. Like, sometimes doors close for a good reason. Aubrey says, why doesn't the SAG want to talk to anyone else or to me? Okay, why don't they want to talk to you? Firstly, they've got a lot more excess energy than they need. Nine of Swords plus this card means that they are really have a lot of energy to burn, and they're not putting it in the right places, or they just don't have enough. Yeah. So one thing I would say for Knight of Swords, when I pull this out, I'm like, you have too much energy. You need to burn it off, and you need to do it possibly in a physical manner. So sports, exercise, something big that kind of like, oh yeah, it was ab day at the gym. Yeah, so this person has to do the really physical kind of exertion to tire them out before they are actually willing to be able to talk to other people, or they're willing to talk to people about anything that they won't be able to be distracted about. Like, this is kind of like ADD vibes, ADHD vibes kind of feeling, because they just get hyper distracted. If they're not kind of wore off that energy, then they're just like jiggle the leg kind of thing, where they're kind of antsy all the time. They also, Aubrey, they also feel like you're not going to understand them, and that your innocence or your naivety of some situations does annoy them. So it could be just like you should leave them alone for them to kind of process what they're going through, because they just need to exercise it off or do something physical until they're just like beat, done. Andrew says, love reading for a couple coming months. When will I meet the one, his personality? So you want to go when, what, why? Actually, firstly, it's telling me that you have a fear connection right now, that you're holding on to someone right now that you need to let go of because you're scared of letting this person go. This could be just like someone that treats you like a friend, instead of like treating you like a partner, which is not great. And that makes sense with this death card, because you're holding on to a connection here that you need to let go, Andrew, because it's not helping you. It's not great. But I can see your counterpart. This is King of Pentacles, and you're Queen of Wands, which is actually kind of interesting, and that makes a perfect sense. So Queen of Wands, very outgoing, very socialite, butterfly, can get people to like her very instantly because she's all about other people. She tends to have this vibe. She's also passionately loyal. If she wants to be friends with you, you're pretty much friends for life. King of Pentacles, on the other hand, tends to be very hyper-focused about money, tends to be business-orientated, and seems like a perfect match. Both of you are very good at doing things. Like, the whole idea, I can see, like, dinner parties, where you organize the dinner party, you entertain these people that your husband will bring home. So this is good because you also have this 9 of Cups, which is a marriage, or technically, what would I say? I would say a soulmate connection, because that person wants to share everything with you. You have the Sun and you have the Emperor in reverse. So this could be someone that you know already. The Emperor in reverse means that you're slowly building up from what happened before, because a lot of times you either have the Tower card or the Emperor in reverse to say the Tower or the Emperor to show you that things have fallen apart. Now, with the Emperor, it's a slow build up. So this might be someone that you know past. It could be someone that you get introduced to, that you were like, yeah. And now you're actually thinking about it, like, they're not bad. They're not bad. But also the Sun's coming up, so it could be something to do with summer, because you might meet this person in summertime. So I would say picnics or family events where you get a lot of people that you don't know. It could be a party outside in the sun, just somewhere that you would see a lot of people that you're going to know but you never connected with. So Anna Chile says, Asetish intentions towards me. Is he planning to meet with me? When he meets, may I know his intentions? Firstly, he's going to act very much like a fool, very emotionally immature. I don't feel like he is going to be that way, but he tends to look carefree on the outside. So this is actually kind of interesting, because I feel like behind his kind of exterior of very much like, how would I explain this? He makes other people feel good. He jokes, he laughs, he can kind of make someone smile. And he does that through, like, it's like, you know, Robin Williams, like, that whole idea that he had that kind of charismatic manner, but he's on the inside, he's very, very intelligent. So when you kind of break that exterior, which sometimes happens, he just kind of is, you're like, how does he have this kind of serious side? And very intelligent, so he'll be very bright. You'll like your conversations with this, said Tish. So, but he's also really pursuing you. So he might be like, how would I explain it? On the outside, not really like showing it, and then on the inside, like, yeah. Destiny says, has Keegan been thinking about me today? That's a good question. Let me check. Keegan. Oh. Kinda. Let's put this in a thing. So there is a bit where he isn't thinking consciously about you. He's possibly not trying to think about you. And he's trying to work on his own things. So he's like, in his little thing, he's not really thinking about you, but his subconscious is like going crazy. So it could be like he's thinking about something, not concentrating on like anything, and then you just pop up. Destiny. So it could be like one of those things where he's like, shish brain, I need to work. It's like, oh yeah, Destiny. So that's kind of cute. Priyanka says, hello, what are S's current feelings towards you? Well, firstly, they want to stay. They want to see how this pans out, I feel. They're not thinking about moving anytime soon to anywhere else. So they really are trying to see how this works out for them. But at the same time, it's Priyanka, don't overstretch yourself. Let them come to you, because I think you're trying to reach out too much, Priyanka, and you might need to kind of wait for them to come to you instead of you doing all the work for them. Jane says, how does B feel about me? Okay, so if you're not in a relationship with this person right now, they're kind of looking forward to the future where they are kind of in a space that they might be able to look after you, I feel, Jane. So they're kind of looking towards a space that they're going to be able to look after someone. And this kind of makes sense because they are looking towards the money. They're not focusing on love. They should be focusing on love right now, but they're not. Now, also got a sun in the reverse. So this person might be going through stages of grief or depression or something where they need to kind of withdraw and have their self-love right now. So they could be just withdrawing that energy from other people. Do they find you attractive? Would they date you? Jane, I feel like they would consider you very, very attractive. They would date you in a heartbeat if they didn't have all of these things. So they do care about you a lot. If this is not a romantic reading, if this is one of your friends, they care about you. They just don't want you to be in a space where you have to listen to all their problems. When my mother will remarry a lost father looking for a proposal. So I want to know about your stepfather's nature and our future with him. So firstly, like, I think your mother had lots of things that even though your father didn't like about her, he kept letting her do some of the attention-seeking behavior because he knew where it was coming from. I think that your mom's trying too hard with a proposal, and she should just relax a little bit because it's kind of hard, Aditi, because yeah, I feel like she's still feeling the loss of your dad. There is the sun, so I feel like happiness and general, that you'll like the person that you get, and then it is the Seven of Cups as well, so it seems like full bowls and happiness and joy coming towards you. So this person might be a little bit more authoritarian, I think, a little bit gruff on the outside, but is just like a pool of like feelings on the inside. So they're like crunchy on the outside, soft in the middle, but you just have to get past their crunchy state to get their good state. But I think that they really care. They want to try and make life better for both of you. Also, it's really interesting that you have seven of this, but you also have all these sunflowers. So it's kind of interesting because you have a 7 and a 5 here. So I don't think this is like their age. That would be weird, having a 75-year-old stepfather. But it could be 57. That could possibly be a possibility. But I think that they will care a lot, and they'll try to provide the best they can. Dream says, does Sagittarius that I like have another girl, because I don't know why he did not contact me. Okay, so it's kind of interesting because we're getting King of Cups energy from this dream. So he is very much emotional in nature. Okay, so we have weaknesses and justice. So it could be a karmic thing and a weakness. Can I have a clarifier for this, cards, please? Because these both are very strong cards. They're very, very strong cards. Like, this person could... Okay, so justice. So justice in reverse and strength, weakness and judgment. Maybe they asked you questions and you didn't pass. Maybe they're different on the outside, and this might be the case, is that they got hurt before, so they tend to be very judgmental of women. Dream, because a King of Cups is very much emotionally open. They tend to be very much the people that speak with emotions, and so therefore if they feel hurt, they feel very hurt. they don't go from one stage to another. So this could be possibly that they've kind of judged you harshly based on their opinion of girls that they've dated, and this might be just like a thing that you have to keep on treating them with a certain amount of fairness and quality. But I don't think that there's another girl. I think they just at the moment have dealt with quite a lot of ones that, like, what I'm hearing is I got screwed over. That's what I'm hearing. So weirdly enough, I don't feel like they're particularly in a space that they can deal with other women, because they always feel like they constantly get that. So Satmia says, will S contact me this month? I don't feel like they will contact you this month, Satmia. If you see here the pentacles, maybe check some kind of spaces that they might contact you, because you might have missed a message from them in the past, because this is like they've contacted you or done something and you missed something, and it's just gone through your network and straight out again. So it could possibly be that they tried to organize something and you said no, so you might have to rearrange something with them, Satmia. So Sparkly Smile says, hey, can I get messages from my Pisces person? Okay. Well, firstly, they're very edgy. They don't know what the future's going to bring. They're also trying to stretch too far. So they're actually in this space where they don't know what the world, like the future's going to bring. They stretch too far in this, and they've I think that they don't know what they're doing right now. Like it feels like, you know, the first day of like a new job, and like someone's like, do you know how to do this? And you're like, yes, I do, and you're lying. And this person's just like sat there and went, yes, I can, and then they're like, oh, no, I can't. But I feel like in general they are trying to hold on to, like, what would I say, their ignorance or something like that, that they kind of overstretch themselves. It's going to kind of bazooka on them, because they're trying to keep on going with the normalcy, and they're just going to fall off and naturally fall where they need to be right now. And so therefore, if this is with you, they'll naturally fall into this, but they feel like, if this is who you're dating right now, they feel so out of their depth. Which is not bad. It means that you possibly, Sparkly Smile, are kind of like a catch. You have that ability that they sit there and go, oh, this is amazing. So when will I meet a potential partner and marry, says Anjali. Firstly, the weirdest thing is that there is a couple of things coming out for you already that mean that at the moment, with your thoughts and your feelings, you're actually pushing anything away that you might have, which means that you gotta think about this, rectify it, and then you'll be in a space that you can attract someone. So at the moment, you have this one, which means that you might have in the past been one of those people that tends to rely on attention-seeking behavior, or has kind of been the one that's kind of created tension in your past relationships to kind of prove that someone loves you. And you need to work on that to erase that, because if you keep on doing that in your relationships, then you're not going to get what you want, Anjali. The other thing is your Four of Cups, which means that you see no options. Even if I gave you the perfect guy, you will not see him as an option right now. And this is what I mean. You might need to clarify what you want in life, who you want it with, because your standard might be too high for someone to be in that space to take on that role. Okay, Sonia, hi. So Sunny says, I love one person, but he doesn't know me. I feel like he's a twin flame. He lives far away from me. We have a different culture, different country, but he's my twin flame or not. Firstly, there is the moon in reverse. Now, I feel like when people are telling you these things, that it's not going to work because of all of these things, don't listen to them. You are able to work on this relationship whether you like it or not. Also, I feel like in general the universe is telling you to focus on not the love but money, and it might be time to kind of question whether you want to move to this person. It's also strength in reverse, which usually I count as weakness, because I don't think there's a problem being weak sometimes. Usually strength in reverse means that you need to be strong, but usually I read it as weakness because I believe that sometimes we should be weak. I feel like if you really, really, truly believe that this is the person you should be with, you need to take the strength, you need to save the money, and you need to move closer to them, Sonny, because at the moment there's nothing that says that this is not a twin flame connection. And besides, I don't think that that's up to me to decide. This means that if you are working on this and it's working well, Asani, save up that money, take that strength, move to another country. It's good for you. If you're young enough, move. SL says, a man, general love reading for me. Okay, so Page of Cups for you. So you tend to be very hyper focused on what you are doing. You also seem to see little tiny things. You don't see a bigger picture, which makes sense because you're Page of Cups. So, and also I feel like you don't tend to manifest what you want with your home life. So it might be that you're focusing on work and you leave your home life alone, and I would say that's a bad idea, because you've got to kind of think of who you want to come home to. You've got to kind of decorate your house. Like if you had a woman over, and I'm not meaning in a sexual sense, I'm not meaning in, but could you see a woman living in your house? Because if you're kind of doing the bachelor thing, you will always have a bachelor life. Because yeah, it doesn't mean go crazy at home base or whatever, buy yourself plenty of cushions. No, just make it nice. Also, Wheel of Fortune means plan, which makes sense that obviously if you are wanting this woman to come into your life, you need to plan yourself to be receiving this woman when she walks in. That doesn't mean that she's coming home to you, like she's going to come home to you. Just give yourself that space that you've planned it. So if there is a woman in your life, you've got that energy to receive her. So I feel like in general, I would be like asking your cousins, your girl cousins, like, what about my space would make a woman run away in terror? And just like think about, like, plan who you want to come home to. Because sometimes when we sit there and go, oh yeah, we want a girlfriend that any girlfriend will do. No, please plan who you want. Like, even if like I have to write 100 questions and someone has to answer 100 questions, like I say, make a list of 100 attributes that you want in a person. And now don't think of height, don't think of like weight, like how much money they make. It might be, are they financially responsible with money? Do they play musical instruments? Because I'm a musician myself. It'd be really nice if someone could play instrument. Or are they willing to learn? Make yourself 100 questions, the 100 attributes that you would like them to have. That doesn't mean they need to tick all of them. It just means that you've then thought about who you want to bring into your life. Okay, so Zania says, when will I get true love? So Zania, you have a life choice coming up right now, and this life choice will determine what part of your life you meet this person. Now, this is actually kind of good because the universe is telling you that you've got two parts of your life. I would say, like, at the moment, a crossroads coming to me. So I would feel like this is not just like a minor life event. This is a kind of two forks in your crossroad, whether it's like study, training, or something like that. Something really big. The whole idea is you're focusing quite a lot on love, and the cards say focus on money more than the love aspect, because actually, weirdly enough, you will need the money in the future. And I would say also the strength's coming out again. So it might be that you need to move and you need to actually focus on the money to move to where you're supposed to be to meet this person. You have the Magician, so it seems like in general you have enough ideas. You've generated enough ideas where you want to go in life, Sania. So it suggests working on that. And the Moon in reverse. Don't get upset about what other people say to you. It's not important. Let it go. Let it go. Whatever you do in life is important to you. And I would say, Zania, this person will be at the end of this journey. So you focus on your crossroads. You focus on making some money. And you focus on the strength of moving to where you want to go. And then you can focus on your Prince Charming at the end of it. Princey says, when will I get the job? Any chances in October? Yeah, it's hard with jobs at the moment. Hello, Charlotte. When will you get a job? Okay, so it's interesting because I feel like you didn't leave with the best kind of recommendation, or that you left by being fired or something, which is not going to be good for you. And I would suggest that if you have your last place on your resume, you need to change it, Princey. You need to change it so you have either someone like that runs a small business that can give you a recommendation. Oh yeah, Princey worked for me, he's like, they're a great guy. And then it's cooperation and communication. So I would suggest friend networks. Reach out towards people that you already know to actually get yourself a job. So I feel like when you kind of do both of these, you'll instantly get a job this month. I feel like you will definitely get that job. Okay, so Charlotte says, have a nice day. Thank you, Charlotte. I would like to know, does my crush Gemini still thinking about me? This crush is King of Pentacles. He's really obsessed about money. So at the moment, and that's weirdly enough, that's Judgment in reverse. So if you have left with some money, or you left with some kind of finances, he's not really missing you, he's missing the money. Also, Knight of Wands in reverse. Is he trying to get back in contact with you? Yeah, I think that he's rethinking his kind of thoughts about contacting you, but it'd probably be about finances, because he might just sit there and go, I need that money. Or he's trying to borrow money. No, I think that he'll think that he's owed money. Charlotte, can I ask if I will ever see P again? Mary, the card that came out for me is the card of that you've let go of control, but you should control it. So if you want to CP, you need to control that connection. So you need to actually reach out and try to contact them. Will the guy I was talking to contact me in the next 2 weeks? Well, firstly, we got this. Oh god. Alright. No, I'm not going to take 8 cards for this. I'm very sure you can make this simpler. Cats. All the cats want to talk about this. Laura Spark. So they jumped. They gave me enough. They're really not that antsy about this. Okay. So, yeah. They're saying not to control this situation, naturally let it go, but be very strong about, like, be very mature about this connection. They might, and this is where Page of Wands in reverse is making me think that this guy has a little bit of red flags about him. Page of Swords, it tends to be, kind of a little bit of a deception card, but Page of Swords tends to be just nervous in general, so he can just be naturally like, oops, you caught me, but his hand's in the cookie jar and you're like, okay, well, you lied about taking cookies, but it really doesn't matter, you're just going to get fat. But yeah, I feel like he's going to contact you very soon, in 2 weeks. Also, I feel like this is a warning for you, is if you're unhappy right now with who you are, you need to kind of think about that, like, what would I say? A reality is caused by 2 things. A close external reality and our internal reality. And now this is telling you that if there's any personality traits that you see in other people that annoy you, or that there's kind of things that inside you that flavor your reality quite a lot, negative traits, you need to work on them in yourself. Okay? Good luck, Laura. Cook says, will F contact me before my mom's birthday? When's your mom's birthday? Say happy birthday to your mom. So F seems to be hiding away from people, really not contacting anybody at the moment. And yeah, it seems like they're not going to be contacting you anytime soon. they don't feel like themselves at the moment. They don't feel bright and chirpy. They just... it's not depression, it's just that they're tired of people. Maybe tired of people showing them something else. Like, what I'm getting is, like, people's false faces. So they're tired of people showing them something and then being someone else. And I don't think that it's you per se. They just see everybody around them that does that. Kikauk. So it's not to do with you. They just are tired of people showing like the mask and not being the real thing. So yeah, they're not going to contact you anytime soon. May I know my destined personality traits, zodiac sign, character, finance situation, work profile? That's a lot. I would say that you will need to actually go and get someone to read that for you. Yeah. I don't think that I could do that in one reading. I will try my best to do some of these, but yeah. So King of Swords, authoritarian, very much a leader. So he could be running his own business, or he's a manager. So he could be a finances analyst, possibly for a bank. That's what I'm feeling. Black suit person. So, but he won't particularly like you at the start because you'll be trying to impress him, and he doesn't like being pressed in a certain way. He likes intelligent but a debate, but he doesn't want to be fawned over. Yeah. Knight of Cups. There is kind of a bit where for him, he might have someone else underneath him that's going to be talking to you first. So you probably get introduced to this person through Knight of Cups, which is either a friend or someone that you might be dating at that point of time. The World, he does tend to travel for business. He tends to be very... he will go on international flights every now and again for work. So he tends to be very focused on what he wants, and he tends to narrow down choices quite easily. So he might just tell you, oh yeah, it's like, we're gonna have this for dinner, like this or this. So he does make choices very quickly, and he will expect you to make choices very quickly as well. So he is not one of the people that will kind of be like, oh yeah, what do you want for tonight, sweetie? He'll be just like, this or this. There's only two choices. Make them fast. So I think that you'll kind of like him because he does take up that role. For sure. So zodiac sign, I don't... what would I explain? It could possibly be a water sign based on the Three of Cups in reverse. Water or air. Yeah. Just a water air sign. So possibly leaning towards water. The Hangman in reverse. No, the Hangman in natural. So I think that you'll meet this person and you'll naturally get drawn towards them. They're pretty charismatic in general. So, but they'll be pretty much like this or this. And they're just, that's what they're like. Gisela says, current for thoughts and feelings of L towards me. They can't make a choice right now, Giselle. So I would say that they really, and good time too. So this is Two of Swords, so they're kind of uncertain, but Three of Swords means Three of Swords, they're both from the Sword family. In reverse means that this person is healing their heart right now. So it seems like they're really caring about not hurting you, and they want to be true with you about this, Gisela. So they're taking time to kind of heal, so they're in a space where they can love someone else. So Hasini says, when will my house be built? That's a good question. So it kind of feels like it's down to a money issue. You've got to choose something very quickly. And it's down to like taking on possibly more money. So I feel like you'll probably get a promotion at work or something, and you need to take that on because then you can pay more people to work on your house. I feel like that is the meaning behind the Page of Pentacles in here. And the Sun in reverse means self-love. So it could possibly be that you're not actually manifesting how you want your house to look like in the inside. Like, you haven't kind of thought about walking through your own door. You see this as a shell. You haven't seen it as complete yet in your mind's eye, and I would suggest that you need to do that, just because then you'll know exactly what you want and it'll be easier all around. Hey Sachin, what do people think about the content I post? Stella, I'm always about that. That's hard. Okay, so firstly, you have Temperance in reverse, Stella. It could possibly be that you're posting very chaotically, or you're just sometimes are not reading your stuff back and it seems very chaotic in nature, or not formatted possibly. So I would suggest that you need to kind of plan out what you want before you even do it, to save yourself from the chaoticness. So Stella, also there is a Death card. So this could be just like a cycle that you learn and grow from, and you're actually getting into the new cycle of being more proficient. So you need to think, okay, how have I improved? What I'm going to improve? How is this going to be a thing? It could be a time to take on a mentee role where you actually take on someone else to kind of tell you what you're doing wrong. Also, it seems like it's very positive content and people like what they see, even though it's chaotic and possibly a little bit messy. But in general, I feel like they really like it. It's just a little bit chaotic right now, Stella. And that's all I would say. Sachin says, is Sarah's want to go ahead in a relationship next month? Yeah, I feel like if you start slowly approaching this person, they actually want something with you, but they're not completely really understanding who you are yet. And so this might take a little bit to kind of allay their fears of who you are, Sachin. So it might be that you need to kind of start off a little bit slowly and try and explain who you are going to be, because sometimes we're not just like dating the person in front of us, we're dating their future. And this is why women tend to be more like oh yeah, what is this person going to be career-wise? How do they see themselves? Do they want kids? How many kids do they? And so therefore we ask like stupidly long questions for you, and you'll be like, I don't even know what I put on my, like, I don't know what to wear in the morning. And you're asking me whether I want kids, and you're asking me how many kids. And so therefore, I think you've got to really consider out what you want in the future, so you can tell someone else and you're actually real about that. Is your grandfather planning for your future? As I lost my father in childhood, he's 83 years old. Firstly, there is temptation there. This might be temptation on your side to actually consider that you're always going to be taken care of, and not to kind of look for something else to kind of keep you. Yeah, so maybe you've got to think about, like, you need to take care of yourself first. Yeah. Also, Ace of Swords. You might be over worrying about what's going to happen after your grandfather dies. Now, I feel like in general, there's some things that I need to address with this. You are going to be safe. You're going to be protected no matter what, DT. The kind of thing is, don't panic. Ace of Swords in reverse means that you feel like your sky is falling. A little tiny chick. The sky is falling. Sky is falling. No, it's an Akon. It's fine. It's fine. It's going to be fine, whatever happens. And also, I think the devil is the temptation to let other people care for you, a DT, and you should have other things that make you, that care for you as well. So therefore, is it starting your own business? Is it actually having employment? Is it creating something that other people pay you for? Just to make sure that you go through the rest of your life actually being cared about, because you care for yourself first. Okay, so Lily says, what will the Gemini Interact see the in-game story I post tonight? There's a lot of stuff that he's looking on social media. There's a lot of stuff. So I feel like you'll be lost in all the balls. Will he see it though? I think it will definitely be colorful, and it will pop out. Lily, so he might be like, oh yeah, I saw that, but he'll forget what you posted, and you'll be like, oh, but I posted it just for you. So yeah, don't be upset if this person has just scrolled through their Instagram and not seen everything. So Ponima says Shishil's current feelings for Ponima. Okay, so this person is feeling like, yeah, it's feeling very poor right now. Yeah, they're feeling quite poor at the moment. They've focused on love, and now they have to focus on money. They're also feeling very much like they've spent quite a lot. So this is possibly why they need to really get in money, because it's going quite quickly. So if they were taking this person out for dates or something like that, or they can't take people out on dates, they would like to, but they can't, because the money is coming in and the money's going out, and they really would like to do that right now. Queen of Swords in reverse. So the feminine in this aspect is kind of angry. And this could be just lack of money, lack of finances, or a lack of showing that people care. Is she always like this? No, but Queen of Swords is kind of mean. So what would I say that's happening is there's a lack of showing each other that you care. And it might just be financially. And at that moment, just kind of either relax up on this person or yeah. So it could be that you just have to realize that this person is trying the best that they can. But they still care about you a lot. Just they're a little bit angry right now. I don't know whether... I don't feel like it's directed at you though. Guidance and blessings from the divine universe, says Mona. Okay, so we have this one, which is that you should focus on your money, that you should consult people that are older and wiser than you. So it might be that you need to kind of step up in a role that you haven't been stepping up in before. It might be time to ask for a pay rise and a promotion. So it could be a pay rise and a promotion coming towards you that you need to kind of sit there and go, I need a pay rise and a promotion. Thank you very much. There is celebration and joy coming in for you. So I feel like in general, you're doing really well. You just need to keep on going. Wait, no. A few people asking too many questions. Sorry, Ninebot is automated bot. I'm sorry. It doesn't have feelings. It doesn't care, unfortunately. When will be everything fine with your husband? Zanib, it seems like very soon. There's Ace of Cups, which means new love. So I would say that coupled with Emperor in reverse means that you might fall in love with each other again, and there might be a slow growing with that. Yeah? Thank you, Bling Bling. So I would say that it's very soon for you, Zanib. Ponima says angel message. So there is a the lovers card come out. So yeah, very, very good. We also have the Fool. So really in the scheme of things, oh yeah, and the beautiful sunshine. Look at that. So enjoy it. It's possibly summer. Enjoy this. There is a soulmate coming to you if you're actually in a relationship. Yeah, just enjoy this person. The Fool means just be with it. Be in the present. Don't worry about the future. Just keep on just living, vibing for today and today only. Wake up in the morning. See the perfect pleasure of just being in the moment. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune, which is kind of weird that you have the Fool, but it's telling you to also plan your future. So it might be like, don't worry about the future, but plan it. Also, it's telling you you have too many choices on your plate right now. So this could be possibly a time to kind of vibe out, chill, not worry about the future, but also to kind of reduce how many choices you have and kind of plan that up as you go. So hello, Kiki. Cutie says, did I get a lesson from the karmic circle that just ended in my life? I feel like in general you got kind of more stuck in some things. Cutie, and that's because like most of the time when we go through one spiritual awakening, we go through the next one because we've kind of woken up and we're open to something else. So sometimes we'll have to have this feeling of stuckness, because even though we've learned something, we can see something else that is bigger. So you know, like a babushka doll, how you have the little tiny dolls and then you have a big one. It's like every time you have a spiritual awakening or you wake up to something, you open another babushka doll. So therefore you realize that you're trapped still, just in in a bigger one. And so therefore, as you start opening the babushka dolls, you realize that stuck is only a perception of that time at that reality, and that you just need to go with the stuck feeling for you to kind of open up the next babushka. Also, it's kind of interesting because these two together, now I would say this would normally be like a connection to someone else, but this to me is telling me that you kind of integrated your shadow self with you. So this might be something that you kind of realize that your shadow self is not bad, it's not hurting anybody, you just need to see it as it is another part of you, and you should not push it away. Rupali, hello! Current feelings and thoughts on my friend Maya about you. Keki says, can I be added to the list? If you haven't already put your question down, okay? So Wheel of Fortune, they're planning a contact with you, or no, you might need to plan a contact with them, because I don't think they're going to contact you very soon, and they might be avoiding you. Also, they've got a lot of things on their plate, so it might be that they've got lots of work projects, and they can't leave their desk, so they might see you and might want to say hi to you, but they can't. So you might have to walk over, say hi, and then say, can I help you? Because they are really swamped right now. And they don't know how to say, can you help me? So Sheely Sabila says, hi, does Tien know I have Instagram? If not, what does he think about it? I think this person got Instagram. I feel like he has, because there's new love and attractiveness. So I feel like he has the app, sometimes goes through it. So the whole idea is that's kind of addictive nature, but I don't think he's got you on Shirley. So he might be scrolling, but he doesn't see you. Navinit says, hi, when will I get a new job? Okay, that kind of quickly came. You're rethinking this wrong. You need to sit down and figure out how you are kind of processing these jobs, because the application or your resume or something is not completely telling people who you are. Also, it might be that you're a very practical person, and writing a resume or something like that, you need to get someone to do for you, because it's not eloquent enough or something like that. That's throwing people off when you come to apply for a job. Naveed. So hi Shana here. Should I make my marriage work or move on? That's a hard one. Okay, firstly, the cards are like flipping one out, which is actually kind of an interesting one. And it's telling you that you need to work on yourself first. So even though your marriage in some ways might have problems, It's telling you to work on yourself first and then the marriage afterwards, because you might be causing more troubles in your marriage not working on yourself first. You might be seeing other problems and not addressing you first. Sorry, AN. Zanib says, does Shanid want to marry me and his feelings? Firstly, he doesn't know his feelings. He's really not taking any choices in life. So he's very indecisive. And he has no ideas, Zanib. So the whole idea is... what would I say? A grown Peter Pan doesn't want to commit to anything. That's what I'm feeling. So I feel like this guy's not going to wake up unless you leave. Zanib. Which kind of is sucky, but doesn't wake them up half-fast. What? No ways in Charlie. What big change is coming my way? I think the whole idea is you're looking at the future for a lot of things, and you should be focusing on your present right now. So you might need to think about how you feel about life. Also, cooperation and communication. So you should start networking with people. I feel like more than you network in what you want to do, it's going to open pathways for you to change your life. It might be time to take on, if you have like spare hours, go and work for someone that is rich, that can teach you a lot of things in life that you don't know already. If it's a little bit of time, watch a YouTube video. It's something about being present in this moment, so your dreams in your future actually match the reality when you get there, because you're actually talking to people and networking with them. Okay, so thank you, Ashley. Okay. Let me go back up. Okay. So I want to know about my father's health. No worries, Ashley. So he's struggling there a little bit. He's possibly got to take a little bit of medication and not get so worried about other people. Because I think he worries a lot about what other people are doing, and I think you just have to leave this up to the universe to kind of hold on to him. There is also like the death card coming out, but this is not a physical death. This could be just a change between him being unwell to actually being well enough to do his things. But you possibly have to realize that as we get older, as we change, we can't do the things that we usually did, Shaneem. So it could be just that you've got to accept that he's not going to be always the same person. As we grow older, things change. Hips starts hurting. Yes, Destiny, I did, my love. Rahul says, what's coming towards me in love in September? Firstly, Rahul, you've got King of Cups in reverse. It might be that you need to talk to someone about your feelings. Because there's a lot of stuff to unpack, and you might need to talk to someone like a counselor, because if you go back into a relationship, you'll swamp someone with your feelings. It'll just be like a deluge. You'll just like take out all your emotional baggage and show everything to them. And it's not going to be pretty, because I feel like a lot of people have treated you unfairly, because you're a caring person and you care a lot about other people, and they have not been nice to you. And that would be a lot for someone to take in, even if they cared for you. So Rahul, there is a way out. There is escape. So whatever is tying you down to being single will start dissipating. So it could possibly be that take a month off. Actually, possibly try and get someone that's a therapist to talk to you, because yeah. Hello, Ladybug. Ash TV says, may I get a reading about my future husband? Firstly, I think that you're struggling too hard to get this future husband, but you do have a lot of options. There seems to be maybe too many suitors at your door, Ash, and you might need to choose some to go and date. Because I think that it's probably time that you meet someone that you're going to spend the rest of your life with, Ash. But there is kind of a little bit of options there. So I would say I'm not going to spoil the fun, because there seems to be a lot of suitors at your door. But yeah. You'll meet your husband pretty soon, I feel. Or the person that's going to become your husband. Will Steven's view of me change when he meets my family? Oh god. Firstly, there's like the heartbreak card. It could be possibly that he expected like you to have like a more civilized family. And so therefore, like, it could be like he goes to dinner, fancy dress, and then it's a barbecue outside, and he's like, so it might not be heartbreak. He might, I'm very sure, like, he could laugh it off. But then there's the son as well. So it could be just that there's love and joy, but he's like, your parents are crazy. Page of Pentacles in reverse and High Priestess. He will definitely think about like where you come from more after this, and he might also think that there is a lot of things that you have to work on or you have to address with your family, Ladybug. But I think in general, I think this person cares enough to kind of deal with your family, so you're not going to scare them off anytime soon, but it's going to be funny. Hey, Dove Angel! LM, does SR love me or wasting my time? We're not in a relationship. Firstly, I don't know what the cards are going to say, but I feel like he's wasting your time. You are very, very smart, very intelligent. Firstly, yeah. Page of Swords, my deceiver card. So he possibly always likes the question around. But you're Queen of Swords, so you're very intelligent. You possibly know exactly what's up. He's thinking about money more than love, and he's also feeling like you're very egocentric. So it might be that he's like possibly told you what's up, but you're not going to listen to him. Or that he feels like you're selfish, which doesn't mean that you are selfish or you identify being selfish, but this person thinks you're selfish. Yeah? Or egocentric, which means that you're not listening to what they are doing. But yeah. I would say this person's, yeah, it's a waste of your time. So what does Herbins feel about me? I'm a Leo, he's a Libra. He's very much a drama queen. This guy is like, oh yeah, the world's falling apart. Oh my god. Also, Page of Cups are very much like, I feel like slightly a workaholic at the moment. What does he feel about you? He's not feeling anything about you right now, Rose. So this could be just that this person tends to be very much a dramatic workaholic. And there's not really a lot of space for a romantic life right now. So yeah, he's not thinking about you any like at the moment. So that could change, but with workaholics, they tend to be very much in a certain thing. DLMD says, will I get married soon? Okay, so it's telling me that there's a lot of things that you guys don't communicate with, which are kind of pushing you guys away. And there's kind of like a little bit of stuckness. Okay, right. So the things that you need to communicate on are a lot of the bigger things, I feel. So you need to like discuss like long-term goals and what is fair and equal for you guys to be in. Like where would the things go, and who's going to be the breadwinner? Because I don't think you both are talking about those things, and someone feels very stuck, which is possibly King of Wands right now. And I would say that with that, DMD is because this person hasn't got to see their friends in a while. So this is kind of a hard one. You have also 9 of Cups. So I feel like this is your fiance, the King of Wands, but you have a 9 of Cups as well. So I don't know. This could be a work situationship. So it's not like this is a romantic partnership. This could be like his boss, which is highly focused, and so therefore King of Wands feels pushed because he hasn't seen his friends in a while. He's also taking on quite a lot of work. Possibly he's trying to save up for a ring. He just can't yet, or save up for the wedding, and he just can't. And he's feeling squashed because he's taking on quite a lot of hours and he's not seen his friends. But this person really wants to be with you and really wants to kind of do right by you and have a wedding, but he's just burnt out. There's not enough money there, and you guys possibly haven't talked about the larger things about life, like how you guys going to do after you get married. So what do I need to work on for Stephen and I to be harmonious? Okay, well those all jumped out. Okay, and firstly, there's quite a lot of harmony there, Ladybug. There's a lot of harmony there. You're both very connected. The firstly, thing it says is to be mature about this connection. Possibly to take on the hat. A lot of people will say put on the pants of the relationship. Possibly you need to put on the hat of the relationship and be the person that guides the relationship in some ways. So like, what would I say? The big fat Greek wedding where like someone's like, oh yeah, like the man is the head of the relationship, but the woman's the neck. She could turn him wherever she wants him to go. And I think that in some ways you need to kind of give him a direction so he can take it. So he knows exactly what you want in a certain, like you go, oh yeah, but can't we go and have a picnic today? Or it would be very nice to have a picnic. Like, I'll grab the sandwiches, you grab something. So then he's like, oh, I see, this is what Ladybug wants. But in general, I feel like most of the time you've got some really good things coming. You're both working on this very much. So I think that it's probably being more assertive, Ladybug. That's all I would say. You're doing very well at the moment. Hello, Amanda. Dove Angel, current feelings of Roshan towards me. Thank you, Maya. So, Page of Cups here. And the Emperor. He's slowly building a connection with you, but he's really focused on other things as well. So, he's just taking it slow, okay? So, he might be like, oh yeah, I like her, but I'm not completely there yet. Okay, so Cancerian says, hi, will Jaden and I get closer in the next couple of months? Firstly, there seems to be some kind of communication error. There's a lot of things that are just passing through the relationship that you both haven't picked up on. That were opportunities that you needed to do it. So you need to work on those where you trap the good things that are coming to you and don't let them pass right through. Also, the Wheel of Fortune, you need to plan this. You need to plan this or you're going to have this falling straight through. Yeah? So Cancerian, you need to plan the time to work together to become closer. Okay, so if anyone's just come in, you have 5 minutes to post a question. I will keep on counting and then I will put list is closed. So if you just come in, please post a question. So should I focus on clearing 4 subjects or 5 subjects in my upcoming exam? I'm a Sagittarius. Okay, firstly, I think that you're really upset about how you study, how much time you procrastinate, how much time you kind of lose. And I think that you have to realize that it's all down to you. Where our attention goes is where our energy flows. So if you want to change that, you need to realize that your attention is getting divided. Is it your phone that has loud kind of beeping noises that keep you distracted? Is it the apps on your phone? Is it your friends that are constantly, you're like, I have to study, and they don't listen to you? You need to kind of really get back to kind of bare bones minimum. Okay, I'm going to wake up and I'm going to study today. A Knight of Cups means that you might be kind of hyper focused on one single thing or one single test. I would suggest like sometimes like the Pomodoro method seems like a good one for you because you tend to overwork yourself and you don't give yourself a break. So you need to work on like a Pomodoro method. Set your time for 20 minutes, have a 20-minute break, get back into it. I think that whatever exams you do, other than obviously the techniques that I've discussed, you will work on and you pass, because that's who you are. Obviously, the more that you study and you do it perfectly, the more that you will get a good grade. But in general, it doesn't matter whether it's 4 or 5 subjects, you will pass. Unedited video says, hello Cassandra, I lost my job yesterday. I'm so sorry about that. Will I get a new job this month? Firstly, yes. That is a definite yes. But Queen of Pentacles, why are you wasting all this time like working on other things for other people? You are very much a person, a business person, and you should be able to take that on, okay? So at the moment, I would be looking around, sitting there going, what skills do I have right now that people can pay me for? Because even though you'll definitely get another job this month, you need to kind of work on that too. Okay, so Ashley, after this, this will be your last question tonight. So, yeah. Because we're finishing up and I need to get to everybody down the list. Okay, so time frame when your Sagittarius crush will contact me on social media, like text or call me to be a girlfriend. He definitely considers you as an option. So if he doesn't choose you to text or call, it's because he's got another option in the sideline. But yeah, thank you, Bumblebee. So I wonder if G still wants to have his connection with me. He's the Sagittarius. Firstly, he's really scared. He's hiding away right now. Also, he's very emotionally distraught or volatile, where he's not completely clear of his emotions. He's also very stuck. So I feel like in general, he is not really in a good space right now to talk to other people and to kind of be in a relationship. He's just like generally not great. Sorry, I needed to blow my nose. So he's not in a space that I'll think he'll contact you any close time, Bumblebee. We are down to list closed. If you've just come in, the list is closed. Definitely sub. I will work my way down to the list is closed. So Avasha says, what's in the future for me? So yeah, there seems like the lovers connection in reverse means a very strong soulmate connection, almost like you guys have known each other for a whole lifetime. And Temperance, which means that you both need to have time to kind of calm down, tidy things up that you need to do, get back in a little bit more control over your lives. But in general, it looks very, very, very good. Okay, so where do my studies start? Where do my studies I started bring me in the future? King of Wands. So therefore, you tend to be the networker. The person that I would say tends to be the person that is the marketing manager, sales manager, tends to be very quick talking, tends to have this great personality, great smile, tends to do the jokes of the business, but he tends to be very much the person that will market you anywhere. Like the thing is, like, you could sell ice to Eskimos. You literally would be able to do that. I feel like in general, if you focus on just like what your studies will get you and not just look around and see what you like in life, you will get stuck later on in life, because you'll get to a point that you know your job quite well, and then you'll get stuck because there won't be anything new, there won't be anything exciting for you. You've already done this, so you'll keep on doing the same thing over and over and over again. So KN, I would suggest you're going to go very far with your work, but I would also suggest that if there's anything that's kind of what would I say, a skill that's like on the level but kind of slightly connected, keep studying, keep on learning, because then you can flow somewhere else if you want to. Maya, you're already here. Yep. Nishu, hi. Thank you, Ashley. Can I get an angel card too? You really asked the hard questions, kitty. I have to move now. My poor aching bones. It's okay. It's fine. Don't worry, kitty. So you are calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and your visualizations help you bring you together. It's definitely a hunk. Look at him. Definitely with that jawline. Oh my. Definitely angel. I'm crashing on my cards, huh? I have to be funny. Okay, so general reading for Rahul. So Rahul, you're deciding you need to be more mature. You need to put your thinking cap on. You need to be more mature in your reality. So this means that you mostly go through life being very much a person that just ebbs and flows with everything. You're very much like water, bamboo, whatever. You just float through life. And the cards are telling you to kind of be more mature. Also, they're telling you that you aren't cooperating and you're not communicating with other people. But I feel like that's possibly a good thing at the moment for you. So it might be that you're collaborating too much and you're kind of burning out your own self, and you need to work more on that. Hi dear, I've been in a bad mood for a few days. My questions are weird, Celine, but I want to know who I think is my twin flame. Is a bad emotional state that I have this feeling. If it's so, what is it? It might just be that time of the month, Celine. I'm kidding. I'm not... I did go there. Okay, so Judgment in reverse. Okay, Page of Wands in reverse. Okay, I think this is to do with choices. This is not coming up with someone other than you. I feel like this is coming up with you. So there's something really unfair that you have lots of choices about, but you also have to decide within a time frame. So it might be just like something stressing you out that you really haven't thought about, because it might be that you thought it was resolved, or you have not actually made a decision yet. And it's also like telling you to reconsider this, but also that you have to reach out and take this. So it could be just that you haven't really thought about it, have not connected the dots together, and that's why probably your subconscious is angry with you, because you're not taking the steps that it wants you to take. And you're probably like, I'm always like not being assertive enough, not making choices that are my own, and you just get angry with yourself for no reason. And so you're getting angry with yourself even though you don't really understand that you're getting angry with yourself. Dylan D says, who's next in my family to have a baby? Okay. Well, I would say that it's possibly you, Dylan D. I feel like that birdie is yours. So yes, I think it's yours. Thank you, Ashley. You could see from where I am. Okay, so right, we're nearly down to the end. If you just come in, we have finished. The list is closed for tonight. Please come back. My days that I do free tarot readings is on Tuesday and Saturday. You can always contact me through Ko-Fi and pay for a reading if you want, but I'm definitely Tuesdays and Sundays on here. So we've got Queen of Pentacles for you, Volta. So that is the person coming in. You also have the Two of Cups, and you've got the King of Wands. So you actually have kind of let this person go. I don't think that there's any aftermath, because you actually can move on with your life. Volta. So this is actually good. Queen of Pentacles versus King of Wands means that you might have some very big opinions. I think that you'll both be really grateful that both of you do a really good job of doing what you're doing. So King of Wands is very much focused on friends. They tend to have a wide range of friends. They tend to be more extroverted, and they tend to be more outdoorsy than the rest of the suits. If you go, no, I'm not extroverted, but I have 10 friends, I would still say that's extroverted. Queen of Pentacles, on the other hand, tends to be all about finances. She tends to be the financial person of the relationship. She will want you to save, and she is going to possibly earn more than you. So that seems like a good situation there, Volta. Enjoy that. So Asha says, does Narish love Anu? I'm Anu. Hi, Anu. Okay, so King of Swords in reverse. So the whole idea is that I would then wonder who... Anu, if this applies to you, King of Swords in reverse. So this is a masculine card. So if you're the masculine in this relationship, then this one is about you. This is King of Swords in reverse. Now, honestly, this is not a really good card to pull, because that means that this person is being sarcastic, mean, and probably cruel to the other one. This could be that they don't know that they're being sarcastic, mean, and cruel to the other one, but usually King of Swords in reverse doesn't have control over their temper. They tend to say things that are very, very mean. So there is no love cards here. So it might just be that the masculine in this thing needs to control their temper and show that they're actually in control of who they are for this to actually happen. Okay? What do I need to get a job? I think just being yourself, Ladybug. Also, it seems like a job from home, because I always think of this card being it's like a home. So it says prosperity at home for me. So what it is you need to find a job that you're working from home, Ladybug. I feel very strongly that's the thing. Okay, so Jessica says love reading. Firstly, there seems to be no trees around you, which makes sense, because I'm sorry guys, my nose is just that you need to keep an open mind. Okay, so what's actually happening is you might not see your partner right now, Jessica. They're possibly closer to you than you realize, because it says your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So you might need to think about why they might differ in that way, and keep an open mind on that. So Saha says, who's spying on me? Okay, there might be two people actually. I feel like this is X, because there's like stuck energy. This person's actually stuck, and they're battling possibly not like not possibly spying networking wise. So they're like Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, whatever. They're possibly older than you by a little bit. So this feels like X energy. So they're kind of stuck and battling the need to contact you. There was also someone that's interested in you that's coming in. Knight of Swords, younger, more active going, so possibly got a little bit of more lean muscle mass on them, possibly a runner. Yeah, they're interested in you. They want to slide in your DMs and say hey. So Saha, good luck. If that's you're like, no, I'm giving up, I don't know. I would say that that's it could be switch. So that could be like women if you're man. So does my crush like one of my friends? No. I don't think so. Like, they like your flirting. So you've actually talked to them before, and they like how the way that you talk. They are focused on love when they possibly need to focus on money. So they aren't, I don't think so, but they do like the attention. So it could be that your friend is also talking to them, and they do like the attention of like two women talking to them, Jolly. So but they do like you, I feel. They're kind of keeping to themselves right now, so yeah, I don't think they'll be dating your friend anytime soon. Also Hangman, so that possibly is that they're struggling with not trying to approach you or trying to like stay in their own lane. But yeah, I feel like they're more attracted to you than any of your friends. Nazma says, what are Regin's of true feelings for you? Joy, pure bliss, and also celebration. They didn't think that they would find someone like you, and now you dropped in their lap, Nazmia. They don't want to let go. Please tell me when I get a job. Biswali, soon. I feel like it's very, very soon for you, okay? Hello, Leisha! Ladybug! Oh my god. After this Ladybug, no more questions. If there's any more before the list is closed, then no. So, what do I need to work on? Address guarding family. Stay in your own lane. Don't start fights and arguments. Sit there and go, I have no opinion. Anyway, move. Move away. Also the Hangman. So the Hangman in reverse, I think you'll naturally get to these decisions on your own. You don't need me to tell you so. Hey Bumblebee. So Banu says the feelings of Artstag for me. So it's kind of weird because there's Page of Cups and King of Swords. Now, this could be a workaholic, King of Swords, that tends to be very angry most of the time because he is working too much and not spending enough time doing anything, Banu. So I would say in general, like this could be also that you're getting these vibes from other people and you're taking these things to the other person. So I would suggest work on this. And also if this is the King of Swords, the masculine energy towards you, set boundaries. Make sure that they know exactly how you want to be treated. If this is you, masculine energy, means that lighten up, stop working so much, and stop being such a cranky ass sometimes. Pritha says, how's the feelings of Rafid for me? Very good, very positive. They're trying to reach out and take on you. You're very cute. They find you very attractive. Is it a good idea to swap my workplace with Marina? I just want a friendly working environment. I don't care if it's busy or not. Well, firstly, I feel like you got very stuck where you are, which is a very good thing. I think you also tend to be very much about being around with people. You don't like talking to a lot of people because you tend to be introverted, but in general you will, yeah, you care a lot about other people. In general, you need to kind of, when you move, you need to talk to more people. You need to kind of introduce yourself to the whole of the office. But I feel like this is a good thing to be because you'll have more energy in the new office and you'll have more opportunities there as well. So I would say it's a very, very good move for you. Okay, Nishan says, hey. Okay, so Sarah says, what is Joe's current feelings? Will communication happen soon? Yes, they seem to be really happy about everything right now. They seem to be wanting a connection. So I feel like they will connect with you very soon, Sarah. So Nistika says, love reading, please. Okay, so children and attraction. So apparently your love life is being affected by children. This could be an adult child. If you don't have children already, or they don't have any children. So attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So it could be just to let go, enjoy life. Don't be like, tend to show those immature people the door. Tanu says, current feelings of Roshan for me. Hello, Emmy. So, King of Cups, Tanu, means that this person's very emotionally ungrounded right now and wants to seek out someone that they can get to listen to them. But they also, like, I don't think they're in a good mental state stability wise that they will actually keep holding on to a connection in the moment, Tanu. And they might need to kind of have time to dwell on what they're feeling and what they're thinking to be in a good way to be a partner. Hi everyone, Dealman D says, who's next in my family to get married? The oldest of the family is going to get married, Dealman D. If this person's not actually married yet, they are going to get married. It's the oldest and possibly the wisest of you all. So there might be a fight. Nishant says, will I get a job in the future? There is quite a lot of chaotic energy for you, so you might need to reconsider what you've put up as your resume, how you dress for an interview. There's something like slightly wrinkled or not kept enough for people to think, okay. No worries, unedited. Hello, Peach Love. Can I get a future message, please? Joy, spring, hope, celebration, love. All of those in a picture, it is just pure joy. Just be happy when it comes to you, okay? Don't overthink it, okay? Alexandra says, how is Agna Scorpio feel about him? He's the one that I'm going to marry down the line. I think you have to plan who you're going to get married to. It's not as easy as just setting it on autopilot and set and forget. It's also time to bring in some money in abundance. So it could be that you need to keep on saving for someone like to get married. So you might have to plan out what you want. So that might be just like doing that. Peach Love! How does my manager feel about me and my work? Like, does she trust me? She is very wise about that. Sometimes she doesn't see why you keep doing things you do. I think in general, just ask her for advice before you do stuff, Peach Love. Because she's not going to get angry with you. She's just going to teach you the best way to do it, okay? So everybody else, Joy, Shinam, I actually answered that. So we have finished the thing. Yeah, the question stopped. Yeah. Maya, yeah, just go back in time. So the little tiny scrolly thing on the side. So, you know, here on the side, you can definitely just go down and see where you came in. Yeah, I think the last is finished. Maya, yeah, you're fine with 4 or 5 subjects. Just keep on concentrating on your study. Llama, come back on Tuesday or Sunday. So, Tuesday or Sunday. I have Maya. Yeah. Yeah, so just scroll back up. Asha, we're finished for today. Hero, hello. Come back on Tuesday and Sunday. Christy, I have finished for today. I'm sorry. Yeah, so Bumblebee, I finished. So I've definitely done yours. Anybody before the list is closed, it's fine. You've got your thing answered, okay? Lots of love and light to you all until Sunday. Have a really good one. Yes, I did. I just did it before, so just quickly skip back up. Pia, we're finished for tonight. The list is closed. Definitely go and head over and hit the subscribe button. No worries, Walter. Definitely ask me next time. Bye, guys. Bye, 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 bye.